What's up, booktube? It's Lady Cooper. I turned on my camera because I just got a new bookshelf. Let me see if I can. There you go. Kind of get an idea. Got a new bookshelf. I'm in the middle of organizing how I want to put my books onto it. Figured I'd turn on the camera, maybe do like a shelf tour as I was organizing. But of course my battery is dying. So I'm going to give you this glimpse into my organizational process, and then I'm going to go charge the battery. So this is what I've done so far. I'm organizing the stacks by genre. I still have to get those out and organized, but I cleaned up all the stacks for the most part. There's like one little nonfiction stack right there that I just don't want to move, but I will. It'll go on the shelf. I'm going to put all of these books on my shelf first and then see if I have enough space to bring in stuff from outside. I don't like my storage outside. We'll see, but I'm gonna go charge this camera battery and I'll have more progress made when I return. Okay, we're back. So I've made progress. I swear. Let me turn this camera around. Okay, so it'll focus. Okay, so I pulled off all those books I had stacked over there, except for that teeny little stack right there is a couple of books I'm going to sell back. I'm probably going to make that my sell back corner for my unhauls. This is all the books I had in my room that I bought this year or are no longer in storage. And I know this looks like a mess. This looks like a disaster, but they are roughly organized. And then I also pulled these couple of boxes out of the storage, and they're also filled with books that I need to unbox to figure out what's in them. I only brought in those like 3 plus a half. The top box is only half full of books because I realized that as I was doing that, like one of those boxes probably almost equals one of these little squares. So I can't actually bring that much in from outside. So maybe I can film myself opening them. The difficulty here is I have so little space. It's hard to get an angle where you can really see anything. Ugh, I'm so blind. I have a preview window, but it's just kind of blurry. Okay, so oh man, these books feel damp. Not like damp, but that they were being exposed to ambient moisture. That's unsettling. All of them feel that way. I guess because it got so cold. Ugh. Good thing I'm bringing them in. Okay, so I've got a contemporary, a classic, mystery. It's a good thing I brought them in. Oh my god. 2 sci-fi, 2 fantasy, and 2 classics. And, oh god, these ones feel... There's definitely like ambient moisture out where these were being stored. I think this one's getting mold on it. Okay, these are... Okay, is this entire box Star Wars? Yeah. This entire box, Star Wars. I think actually several of these are getting moldy. So they're just living in a moisture-filled cardboard box. I'm very upset right now. I wonder if I can just clear off a little shelf here and put Star Wars books, because I don't plan on reading these anytime soon. So they're also not going to be in order because I don't remember what the order of any of them is anymore. Back there, that's a Dune book I don't plan on reading anytime soon. So I'll actually just put Dune on top of Star Wars. Okay, and that one I do plan on reading. So that's a box. Cute as well. Let's see what's in this next one. Contemporary. Oh my god, my copy of Anna Karenina is so busted because it was jammed in that box. Contemporary. History. Like, what the heck does Time Traveler's Wife count as? I guess I'm gonna call it contemporary. An insanely beat up copy of Possession And then, I guess we'll call that a contemporary too. Contemporary, another dusty Star Wars novel. Again, this one I don't plan on reading anytime soon. I'm gonna put it further in the back. I'm messing shit up, man. Okay. Classic fantasy, which I don't have a pile for. Oh yes I do. Discworld. Some of Discworld novels. Oh man. The Great King, Over Sanders Stone, and Silver on the Tree. I have to decide if I want to keep these, because like I've read them now. I'm probably gonna keep them. My novelization of Hook. I loved this book as a child. Classic. 2 horse books. Black Stallion books. Also loved these as a kid. Don't know if I'm gonna reread them. And another Star Wars novel. Knitting. Actually, I'm gonna shove that into this basket for now because it's my knitting basket. My Anne of Green Gables books, which are musty as hell because of the damp. I actually didn't want these in here because I don't really want to take up shelf space. Amy Tan, Atonement, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Oh man. And then those are some cookbooks. Yeah, I don't really want my Anne of Avonlea books in here because they're just going to be taking up space. I don't even know if I want my Anne of Avonlea books, though I feel like I should probably hold on to them, but I'm like never going to read them again. And they are like so dusty musty. So I don't know. Don't know. I might get rid of those. I was not as big a fan of the books as just the basic films. I thought the films were really good. Okay. So that was kind of a disappointing little haul here because the books, I thought there was a series of books in that small half box I opened first and it wasn't in there. So I don't know. Like there was actually something that I thought was going to be in there that I wanted and it wasn't. So now I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to unhaul Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter because I've seen the movie and it was really bad. Like disappointingly bad. So I'm going to unhaul this. I'm probably going to unhaul Something Happened. I did love Catch-22, but this is supposed to be about like relationships. It's the struggle between men and women, and that sounds like something I'm not going to enjoy. I'm also going to unhaul this copy of Anna Karenina because it's completely destroyed. I'm not going to read it anytime soon. If I will actually feel compelled to read it, which I don't, I'll buy another copy. Okay. So that's 3 things I'm going to go add to my unhaul stack. So I just checked my messages and my boyfriend wants to do this organization thing with me. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera off and I will do a shelf tour when I have everything on the shelf. So I realized that I don't really know how people film their bookshelf tours because I don't watch them. So I don't think I'm going to make one that's like a traditional booktube or bookshelf tour. I think I'm just going to kind of do it the way I would. So it's hard for me because there's just no space for me to back up. But that gives you kind of an idea of what I'm working with. Be in focus. There we go. That gives you an idea. So everything is double or triple rowed. So that top shelf, the very front books are the 3rd row. So the very back row is historical fiction, contemporary, and then in front of that is classics, and the very front is mostly Jane Austen books. Then in this middle row, I've got nonfiction, and that is 2 stacks because on this side right here, I've got a lot of big cookbooks, and I have a few big cookbooks on this side right here as well, and they're pretty deep, so they take up a lot of space. Then right here, I've got the start of my fantasy shelves. Most of these are middle grade and YA. In fact, I think all of them are. These are double rowed, The back row is my Garth Nix books, which I've already read. And so I don't plan on rereading those anytime soon. And then the front row is Catherine Valente's middle grade, Redwall, and Diane Duane. So then down here, we've got more fantasy. This is standalone stuff or series where I only have like two books. It's double 2 rows. Back ones are things I don't know when I'm going to get to. I'll go ahead and show you those real fast, actually. So you've seen all of these books in various book hauls. This is my only Funko Pop that I own, right there. It's Anna from Overwatch. My boyfriend got it because I'm an Anna main. Or I was back when I still played Overwatch before Blizzard decided to condemn players for supporting Hong Kong and, you know, civil rights. But anyways, so we'll just move these aside real fast. So in the back here, I've got Winged Histories, Onion Girl, Libra Bray, some like random YA, so like A Great and Terrible Beauty and Jane Steele, which I both got really cheap, but are kind of like YA fantasy I don't really plan on reading anytime soon. Borderline is the first in a series. The Kingdom of Gods is the third in a trilogy, so I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading that trilogy. And then these books right here are the Dragon Riders of Pern books that I own by Anne McCaffrey, which I don't know when I'm going to get around to reading those. Then, in the front, I mostly put these in the front because they're the mass market paperbacks, so they're just shorter. Not necessarily because I'm going to get to them sooner. I've got my Robin McKinley, I've got my Amber Bensons, I've got my one Lee Martinez I wanted to read this year, and then my Zoe Archers. Actually, I have another. I thought I had another Zoe Archer, but maybe I don't. This series, this is the first one in this series, but I think this is the third or fourth one, so I need to get the ones in between. And then Random Anne Rice, Random Lynn Llewellyn, and Martha Wells, which I want to read this Martha Wells sooner rather than later, but okay, let's try this again with a different autofocus point. See if my camera stops going out of focus. Anyways, like I was saying, I really do want to read City of Bones by Martha Wells, but it's kind of a chunker, so I don't know when I'm going to get to it. This next shelf is my Naomi Novik shelf. That's really all I have to say. It's a single row. I had the space, so I gave it its own row. And yeah, because I mean, we all know how much I love Naomi Novik. One book is missing from this, but you'll see in a second where it's going. And then over here, I have my mystery shelf. This is technically double rowed. There's like, I don't think you can see it. There's 2 books in the back. Those are my MMKs, and then the rest are Elizabeth Peters. And then down here, I don't have anything. I have like my one little romance, and I've got 2 more little romances to put over there. 3 actually after tomorrow. I have another one I picked up at work, but I guess that's going to be my romance cubby for now. And then down here, I have my fantasy cubby, and this is triple row because the back 2 rows here are entirely Star Wars novels, and then the front row is miscellaneous stuff that I have. And then I got a little gnome that my sister gave me. Oh, and I forgot to show you actually on the classics shelf. Anna doesn't live on the classics shelf. I actually have this little Jane Austen action figure that came in at work. It's got a little book and a little writing quill, and I don't really want to take it out of the box because I don't want to lose those 2 little pieces. But I figured she could live up there next to all the Jane Austen books. So, science fiction row. My one science fiction Valente book is living down here for the moment because I don't own enough of her books to justify giving her her own shelf, and she writes in so many different genres. It just didn't make sense to do that. But yeah, this is mostly... Oh, and same thing with... So Emma Newman... I have this novella by Emma Newman, which is fantasy, Brothers Ruin. But for the moment, I'm keeping it with my other 2 Emma Newmans, After Atlas and Planetfall, because they're sci-fi. So it's living there for now. I don't really know what I want to do with authors that are like cross-genre, because I kind of like separating fantasy and sci-fi. Anyways, last cubby is my 20 books to read in 2020 cubby. They're all just kind of jammed in there. They are... I don't have a full row. Oh, I do. Okay, they're double rowed. Triple rowed, technically, because this is like the 3rd row right here. But they go all the way back. And I think I put, oh, technically this is not on my 20 to 20 to read, so I should probably move this here. This is just the next thing I want to read. And I figure I did this like this, putting all these books together, because if I maybe put out a poll to like, I want to be able to ask people on Twitter to like choose a book off this shelf for me to read, and so I figured it'd be easiest if I just put them all together and I could have like people pick numbers or something like that. I think that would be fun to do later in the year. So this is my stack of books that I need to get on the shelf that I haven't already, and I'm gonna go do that. Thanks for watching. I don't know, I hope this was interesting. I didn't really show you anything up close, but or not a lot of stuff. Like I don't know if you're interested in my nonfiction. Most of it you've probably seen in a haul, or it's like random cookbook stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very excited to have this. Down here is like, I used to have a nightstand right here, and that's why I couldn't have a shelf for a while, because there just wasn't enough space for that. And the shelf, went ahead and got rid of it, condensed it down to one of these drawers, and then this drawer is all my knitting stuff, because my knitting stuff was also starting to take up way too much space and like go everywhere. So I still have that cute cubby that has nothing in it, and that cubby that will have like 3 books in it, which gives me enough space to like buy more books. Yay. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.